A little less than 2 years ago, I made my first video, and look at me now, 30 reviews in and a staggering 6 subscribers. Oh, how the times have changed. I've always been on the hunt for more views and subscribers, but today we're going hunting in
CABELA'S Deer Hunt 2004 season for the PS2.
There's all sorts of games out there, but one of the most popular genres at this point in time is the first-person shooter. Well, technically this is a first-person shooter, right? You can go between first and third person, but I prefer the first person. Not sure why CABELA'S of all companies wanted to make a video game, and on top of that they took notes from EA and 2K with trying to release games every year. This one's the 2004 season. You know, sports games can kind of get away with that because of new rosters every year, but what does CABELA'S have to offer that's different each year? Like, there's not a different roster of huntable animals in the world as it changes like professional sports rosters do. Whatever, I got this game, so it doesn't really matter to me. Obviously by the title you can tell it's a deer hunting game. I personally have never gone hunting, but this makes it just a little bit more bearable to hunt. As with many games, there's a quick mode and a longer way to play the game, which is usually what I go for. You can pick your hunter and you can go visit a bunch of different locations in different seasons to hunt the local deer. All the hunters have different stats to start out with, which makes sense. The older ones are better trackers, while the younger ones have more strength. Makes sense. After playing through the game the first time, if you start another career hunt, you're given the option to play as this other female character. I've read online that she's a sniper woman, but I'm not really sure if that's true or not, but she has the best stats of anyone to start out with. What's surprising is that you can get better stats by playing the game. Yeah, it's kind of like an RPG. Although it's kind of frustrating where you have to use the skill to get better at it. 1 step forward, 2 steps back with skills, I guess. So the game itself isn't bad, but it can get boring at times. You have to hunt either bucks or does, or both, and reach a tag limit. So most of the game is just spent walking around trying to find deer. On one of the easier difficulties, deer are shown by the red dots on the screen. This definitely makes it way easier to find deer, but it also makes trying to shoot them from really long ranges a lot easier too, which is a pastime of mine, just shooting thousands of yards away just trying to get a ridiculous kill. One feature that really makes this game fun to play is that the camera can follow the bullet or arrow after being shot. I just think it's entertaining to be flying across the map and hoping for the shot to land. Another game mechanic is that weapons need to be sighted in before you use them, as they won't be accurate. This is actually realistic. I mean, I'm not sure how realistic it is, but I know it's realistic to have to sight your gun in before being able to fire accurately. Which this also means that this game had bullet drop before Call of Duty had it. Put some respect in CABELA'S name! There's also other little forest critters you can find running around, but if you try to shoot them, you get yelled at. So if you're taking the game seriously, then you probably shouldn't do that. And you can drive around on ATVs, SUVs, trucks, snowmobiles, all sorts of vehicles. Again, you can easily get yelled at if you try to run something over that you shouldn't, which sadly I think is the more fun way to play, just messing around. Look, I'm not against hunting or anything. I don't hunt myself, but people can do whatever they want, but hunting just takes a long time in real life, and video games, you just need constant action and constant stuff happening. Even legitimately playing this game on easy mode, I find 2 deer in 10 minutes? I walk and I walk and I walk just to shoot a deer, and I walk some more, shoot another one, go back to the main menu. That's basically it. So I wouldn't say this does anything majorly wrong in the technical aspect, but it's just not a great video game idea. Like most games I've reviewed, this one's in the middle, but towards the bottom though. It's a fine game, it just doesn't really have a great premise. I really have no clue what's in the chamber coming up next. I've really dwindled down the amount of game footage I've had stored up in my archive, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed.